there less beads on the floor?
Yeah. The glass floats?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've been periodically taking it out.
Oh. Hmm.
elementally, yes, it is surprising that anybody actually did. Have a conversation. The biggest one was probably, oh, okay.
The biggest one here would be the smallest one.
I want everybody to say, give it to her. Beautiful and lovely.
Shawshanks. That's what Ron calls all our. No, he calls all our character Longshanks. So he's short, right?
Well, Howard,
Yeah.
very happy to play who?
Soda Pop and Ski,
Oh, right.
which I'm not on board with. I don't like silly. I like silliness in games, but I don't like introducing real life, like
Hot focus.
pop culture stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I got booked in bed. How much you booked in bed?
We would have 2 or 3 acts a week.
Yeah.
We used to have 2 or 3 bands a week. Yeah. And my brother would just go to the local rock and musicians website that he would look and see if he just got a good vibe from them. That's how he, you know.
You're like, woohoo! And I'm not just like looking at person something like something on their Facebook page shows up.
You got it solved. First song,
Like,
first song the band does for the last song is their jingle. So
Oh.
literally lumber, it's a family tradition, or whatever their style is.
That would be awesome.
People would go ape shit for that.
Cover effectively.
It would be fun and fun.
yeah.
Maybe we can get those card kits. People
No! Oh! That money goes to like.
Music.
Money, I mean,
But even if it's on the state of Texas, I don't think they have to, but let's have a jingle writing campaign. by our
Yes.
musicians,
oh,
Right? Let's write them a jingle. Let's make some money.
and we can do that.
I'm gonna write the Dana Pest Control jingle to that.
What?
I'm gonna write the Dana Pest Control jingle and it'll hit me, some stupid words will come out, and I'll write it
We
down.
got bugs. We got a heart. Come over here and have to smell like fart. Let's add the bugs away. I don't know.
So, Stu was telling Tina that when, the Chinese family first used to run the place, whenever they would leave for the winter, she would bomb, like, like flea and bug bomb the greenhouse. And she was like, that's not right. And I'm like, yeah, that's not right. And I'm like, oh my God, that brings memories. And I'm like, that's why I'm sure the exterminator gassing things out. Ah! But then what brought that memories of when we would go down to South Carolina for a couple of weeks for like family vacation time. My mom would do the same fucking thing in her house. Like even if we went away for like a long weekend to our friends in Pennsylvania or something, if we were going to be gone for more than 3 days, she'd bomb the house with at least one bomb.
Well, I don't got one thing.
See,
Yeah, I have to just stay in the bathroom and oh, Steve Lamona, it's good that I want to see you.
I'm just trying to come back and go through it.
When we
He
lost,
has no better game about five.
no, he doesn't.
He has like silly, like, hidden before of his own body. And then he has.
this is a good jingle. I'm thinking something like this.
The wings come on! Oh! You know, Greendale may never be.
No problem, just glad you're here.
I like to introduce our Tones, still song.
Pierce. Okay. Thank you, Dee. Thank you. This song goes out to Annie. For believing in me. Standing in a bookstore line, waiting for the bell to chime, so you can go to class. Dancing in your underwear, taking air conditioner repair. This is so smart, guys. See how he's calling? Yeah, I think so. Me too. Three days away goes. Yeah, they got us. Some things are still the same. Sock pails and patios. Oh, and conveniences.
I think. This is totally the same song I was thinking. Half the time I told them to roll their eyes, and half the time, that character.
And he was like, and he did not like it. And then he went and they liked him and celebrated him. And
Like, what?
he was like, I love the gays.
So, I wish you to have birthday.
Oh, yeah.
letting the gays run today? Get away from me. Stop chasing me. Lamar has to be the superstar.
Look, everyone, a sales at Saks.
Remember Lamar from, Animal House? With his, Bobby Jackal.
Stephen is playing his wife. She's barbarian. They don't make movies like that anymore. I remember watching that when I was a little kid. Oh my God, what is happening?
It's not like Porky, which I also was watch.
Right? No, I Bachelor party. Although my mom loves something, she's the one who said, "Everyone, put this TV on. We're gonna watch this funny show." And it was so funny. It was so funny.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. With the great old theme song.
What?
With the great old-
I was like, oh yeah, I'm in good this.
Oh, bye bye.
Such a gift, this show. It's similar to James.
They feel funny. Where did they go?
I don't want to see this movie.
Why is it?
I saw it as a trailer when we went to go see Dune. Do not want to see this movie. These guys are the press. They're wondering what the hell's happening. And instead of the January 6th event, it's more like the whole country or a whole big giant piece of the country. Yeah, I can't watch that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. The country breaks up into different factions. Texas and California are independent.
Yeah. I don't see California being independent. I see it valid with the North Dakota state.
So the big thing with California right now, it's kind
There's
of split.
cities, yeah, it's like upstate, downstate. Like there's very much like
Or even coastal and the
cities,
rest.
Yeah.
Well, upstate, downstate.
Yeah, like for us, it's upstate, downstate. Like I remember like meeting Libby's first in-laws, and they're like, there's big talk about Western New York and upstate, seceding from downstate.
Whatever.
Whatever. And then everything that you love is going to go into shitter because you guys don't sustain yourselves. Like there's too much money flowing through New York City. For you to do that.
love it. I would
Oh
love
yeah, I don't like when I heard what they were
No,
on about and
north of the
pissed off
Hudson.
about. I was
The
like,
only thing I don't like is when they draw the line, they draw it with Rockland being included downstate. I'm like,
Whoa, misters. We are not
I
downstate
think
people.
it would be the DMZ.
Yes, we can be the demilitarized
I
zone.
would even living here.
We would have to be like the free trade zone.
I'm like, Westchester, I can understand. Rockland, we're on
I
the
need the maple syrup. What have we?
We still have farms. And we may only have two, but we still have farms.
This is the exact opposite of what you guys are thinking. I think the cities would collapse. Like, unless they figured out how to get their food, you know.
Yeah, that's
like, the
what I'm
country would be fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be attached to New York City. I want to be attached to New York.
I think they would be more like, like the tri-state area is called the tri-state area for a reason.
New York
Yeah.
could easily be its own country.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, state.
no
That's what
country. I mean, New York State could be its own
That's what
country.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like
Not
when
New York
I
City, but
tell
New York State.
people like, oh, abroad, like, and I've seen this in memes, and I'm like, I've been seeing this since I was, old enough to take this for myself. Like, they
You're
don't
from New York.
realize how big this fucking country is, how big each state is. I'm like, if I drive from here all the way to like the Canadian border,
4 hours. 5 hours. No,
no. If you drive straight up, like if you go up to Taconic and go up there,
it's
I
6.
think we're
It's-
third largest.
it's 7.5 hours to
no,
Libby.
country. Russia, Canada, then U.S.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
7.5 hours to Libby. I
Correct.
can't imagine what it is to go to like
Canada's actually less.
Canada that way,
It's actually
like
less.
straight up,
It's
right?
actually less than going to Buffalo.
But it's like if you can drive in these directions, and people are like, what? Like in England, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. This is how long it takes.
I don't
Like-
think England's much bigger than New York City.
If I drive from Newcastle to London to the airport, which is kind of a little bit outside of London, it's a good 6.5 hours. And that's highway driving.
That's
And
New
they
York.
drive bad out of hell because they
That-
can.
That's New York from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
6 hours.
So it's like when
And
you
it's
tell
8
them
hours
that
across
you're
from side to
still
side.
in the state. Like forget if you're on Long Island.
Fuck that.
Forget it
They
if
can
you're
be
on
their
Long
own state
Island.
too if they want.
They probably end up in
They
New York
do.
City.
They do. They want to leave New York City.
I don't blame
They're like, why are we paying so much tax for this nonsense?
you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. Why are we paying so much taxes for this?
And different people want their representation to be different. So I don't know. People say, well, then you're going to have a civil war. I don't think so. I think this is preventable. We're so bifurcated.
I
Good.
think just
And
the
it's from the top
two-party
down.
system sucks.
It's the top down.
Yeah.
It really does.
And at what point do those two parties start working together
Never. We are
to make wedge issues, as opposed to, I see this problem, you see the same problem, this is my solution to it, this is your solution to it, let's work at it.
they do work together when they, all benefit
Right,
financially.
right, and that's the problem, because
Since
usually
when
we're
has-
not benefiting
Since when
financially.
have you guys been for this? Since when have you guys been for this?
Oh, because
well,
you're
we're all
both making money
getting
on
money.
it, yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Like they're hugging and wrenching each other behind the scenes.
Back in 10 and a half.
Mhm. The sun gone out today. Because the sun's not out yet.
I hate this inflation period.
Glacial period. You got ices in your shorts?
Thursday,
Just
it was
10,000
like
degrees.
freezing, and then sometimes the sun would peek out, and you'd be like, all right, it's not so bad out here, and then it would go right back in, and you go right back to freezing. I hate it when my I could just have like, I want to, like,
But woman,
yeah, right? And you know what? We used to have the things that you would keep put in your pockets to keep your butt warm.
maybe just before you leave every day, put some Tiger Balm on.
I burned my butt. The tiger bomb.
Yeah, I don't want icy hacks. I don't want the icy first.
Now,
I just want all hot.
I just want the hottie hot.
if that icy hot gets you butt,
Woo!
it's like sitting on glass. The couch. So, did they do that in Revenge of the Nerds? Put all the jock straps in the icy hot or the jock strap back? Was that movie? Or, I know they
it
did
was
it.
that movie. I think it was
And
something else.
they were like salad boards with the jock straps and the icy hot. And they're like,
I think that was a different movie, but you might be right.
and all the guys, like one by one, like, ah, Ah, ah.
I guess I gotta pre-pot that tomato plant sometime in the next day or two. Because they were pushing this to like right there. Going all the way on the right. See how those touching the light?
Yeah, I see that guy.
Okay. But the big giant one is fucking small. And the thing that I find amazing, all those seeds came from the same goddamn packet. And they're all brand new. Except they don't look the same.
Lots of weird little stuff, like parts of Oregon wanting to go into Ohio,
Yeah,
parts
oh yeah.
of Maryland and Virginia wanting to become part of West Virginia,
Oh, yeah.
parts of California, like it's just
Yeah, because their politics don't
little
align. that way.
pockets of stuff.
And that's because of all the fucking gerrymandering that the politicians have done.
But I mean, we're not contiguous anyway, so there's nothing saying that you can't have 2 or 3 or 5 countries that aren't connected, and you know, it'll be like, listen, if Texas, if you go to war with any of us, then like we're all gonna stick up, whoever's the,
Right.
so, you know, like, but
Right.
I don't think that's how it is.
I think it wouldn't be so much Texas going to war as much as Texas going, we're not paying our taxes, we're not doing
Yeah,
anything.
peace out, everybody.
Peace out. We got our stuff, we got to figure out what we need.
I can't remember what convinced them. Because they were the.
Texas is one of the few places in this country that's actually been its own country before.
Right, and what was it that made it in the United States?
Mexico War, French American War.
A van
Free
full of puppies.
Candy.
Got a van full of puppies and candy. Ha!
It's always only like 100 years old or something.
Yeah, everybody's
It's
like,
like, well, it's very, very safe.
no territories.
People passed over it. Because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's too freaking deserty. We'll just keep going until we find something.
Something cool. Right. Like, the
You're
fact
on
that
the way
Vegas
to
is what it is.
California.
Vegas was nothing until the 50s. And it was a bunch of industrialists who were like, we got some money, let's do a thing over here. It's nice and cheap over here.
And, you know, California falls in the ocean like everybody says in 10 years.
Riverfront
Then
property.
will be the new California.
Right. Except people don't understand the fault line. The fault that California is on is moving north-south, not east-west. So what it will be is the shoreline of California will be north of where it is. Just a place to slide in north-south. I
Going
don't
like
know
this?
Yeah. the shore of the coastline of California wants to push north.
You become Oregon?
Kind of.
Ugh.
Like geologically, that's what it's trying to do.
I think instead of like the post-civil war, instead of a national divorce or whatever, it's just less federalism. And let each state kind of behave how they want. And you feel like, and you just have the very basics that takes care of. Like, I think how it was intended to be. Other
Correct.
people disagree, but I think that's
The intent was
Biggest
supposed to have
issue.
small federal government and state and lots of state rights. Unfortunately, there were too many. It's kind of like the way they do laws now, where they have to shove 300 different things in one law.
That's awful. I hate it.
Right.
I hate
Which-
it.
why
The
can't we
law
have
is
individual-
granted this. And then if you read further down and you're a lawmaker and you're like, they packed all this bullshit in here that I can't agree to. So now I can't vote for the thing I want to vote for. And now they've got me. It's a game of gotcha. Oh, you didn't vote for this. Well, yeah, because it contained all of this.
I think that should be against the law. As far
And-
as the law
And then
together,
someone they're like, well, they did. They voted against this so many times. So yeah, I wonder what the real story is.
why did you name the bill something that it doesn't do?
yeah.
Yeah,
You called
yeah.
it the "This is the
Opposite.
shiny piece good for everyone" bill,
And it's the opposite.
but you just gave
And it's the
$10 trillion
actual
to
opposite.
To the rich and the poor are starving.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a,
Oh, it's an agriculture bill. Why is all this money going
yeah.
to China?
They just had an earthquake in Taiwan. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Not like here where we had a big joke
feel
about it.
like-
Everybody's been joking about the earthquake. Nobody got hurt. I think this is
Treble
awesome. Like I thought the earthquake, I was like, well, that was kind of cool. Yeah, an earthquake. I really think of like, well, that was kind of cool. I survived an earthquake. Nothing seemed to happen. Felt like a big freight train was going by, and that was about it.
There was a gas leak. There was a gas leak that was detected
Over here.
in Rockland County. So it was like, oh, okay, it's not here. I'm like, all right, not an earthquake.
And again, our infrastructure in Rockland is shit anyway. So the number of water main breaks that RCC has had in the last 10 years is astounding. And it's because the infrastructure is bad. And if you, as your dad always talks about, if you don't maintain shit, it just breaks on you, and then you have no money to fix it.
We just had broke down
Well-
maintenance. You only maintain it when it's broke down.
Why take responsibility for it when you're not going to be here again?
That's true.
2 years.
That's like short-sighted
Well, yeah.
Carpet daggers and super advantagers.
Fuckers. Ah.
I can't understand almost all of the Libertarian Party now either. Like they're a bunch of jokers too. They used to have some kind of integrity,
Yeah.
but it's been at least 2 cycles, presidential cycles that they didn't have. Who are you? Are you being like Republican light, Democrat light? Because you're not standing for anything on your own anymore than you used to. And there was never a hope that they did. If there was a hope that they did enough support that should at least have
Third party.
represented you on the national stage. But we don't do debates anymore on the
Yeah.
national stage.
No, you show that looks like it.
Yeah.
If that could be a neat little law to sneak in. If you want to run for president, you have to do at least
Yeah, because there's more sunlight over there.
3
So at least there's 3 types of light that it might be getting.
or 9 hours of
Because
debating.
It is a little stretched.
He's more like,
Yeah, it's a little stretched.
But normalcy bias is nothing's going to happen. It's just going to keep going. That's
until it does. Until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't. Like lots of that stuff happens until it doesn't.
It's not sustainable.
Well, it's usually not one reason why things change. It's usually a confluence of several reasons why things change. Pretty much like everybody agrees they're fucking fed up with their dollar going so far less in any direction, whether it's housing or food or just so many, education. Like, I mean, your dollar goes, it's just
So long.
laughable. Hmm?
A lot of times money's not the issue, it's where it goes. You know, like
It's how they're spending.
people talk about,
I
I
don't
need
mind.
more money for education, this and that, but you're wasting what you have. You're spending more now than we ever have before.
It's
Our
just like
schools
going to the
are
red
lower
lights.
than they've ever been.
Yeah, it's not really the right
Like,
place.
the system itself is broken.
And corrupted. And I say that because the system's working exactly right for the people it's supposed to work for.
You know, Brian said years.
Lots of things, but looking specifically.
So in higher education, the Ivy League schools have gotten so much funding by, I don't know, I think it was maybe, I don't know if it was 70s or, if I say 1984,
Interesting thing to think about that.
with the interest and everything that they've approved, everybody that's gone to that college could have gone for free, and they'd still be
Yeah.
black.
Yeah. When people are like, I went to
That's
Harvard, I was like, and like your Ivy League
Oh,
title means
nowadays,
nothing.
nowadays for me, if you went to Harvard or Princeton or something, and
You're
I
probably
was
not that
hiring,
smart.
I wouldn't hire you.
No, you're probably not that smart. You're probably just wealthy.
I remember back in SCAT, this is 90s, and one of my English professors said, you can go to Princeton or Harvard and be an English major and not study Shakespeare or Chaucer.
Which makes no sense to me. How do you study English
Well,
literature
because they're
without
evil
that?
white men.
But
That's
it's
why.
English
It
literature.
doesn't matter. They're the oppressor, and everything that came from them is evil. So, like that's school today. It's oppressor versus oppressed, and everybody's in a category. You're either better than somebody or you're worse than somebody. And that's not a good message for anybody.
Agreed.
You know, it's like why are you teaching third graders this? Like your skewed perspective of history. That's not true. But, not to mention the first time almost anybody in America experiences physical violence is in public school. And some people, that's the only time they ever experience physical violence is in public school.
And here's the problem with that. Some of that physical violence, especially in young males, is necessary. And I don't mean it from like a bad place, but like the amount of fist fights I had was at the end of the fist fight, I became friends with said person. I can give you 5 names, just easy.
Do it on the street. Wait till after school.
Like even Tito and I had a 3 o'clock high moment. It was really funny because Tito and I didn't want to hit each other, and everybody was around and kept pushing us. And we're like, but I don't want to hit you, my friend. I'm kind of mad at you, but I don't want to hit you.
That's the culture. You wouldn't have fought if you were just on the street. You would have left, walked home, eventually talked to each other.
Right. Which, it happened anyway. John Foreman, Scott Bookstein, like Chris Canner, we got in a fist fight, we got in trouble together, and then we were friends for the rest of the night. Like, some of that shit's necessary just to get the shit out.
Somebody told me that Chris
No. I don't think so.
Cannon would do not want to use it.
No, I've seen his post recently. He doesn't look anything like Chris Canner I remember because he's all jacked and diesel and tattoos.
Skinny.
Yeah, he was a skinny
Noodle
little
of a
nothing.
kid. That was so annoying. I was like,
I was like, he was a skinny little kid who had a big mouth and not a lot to back it up. That was the first nose I ever broke. I think it was
very annoying and out of line, and he did hard threats. I'm like, why does anyone like this kid? Ugh. Why
I don't
does
know.
anyone let him hang out?
I don't know.
Has anyone seen this around? They're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, people are like, I'm like, and still, that's not what it's lesson.
One word, Ricardo. Does Ricardo ever learn his lesson? No. He has too high the threshold for pain to actually learn his lesson.
Wow, that one movie preview spurned a 15-minute diatribe. We watched one incidental movie interview because that Kirsten Dunst movie,
Okay.
and that's what started all this. I was trying to think, where did that come from? All that. The Civil War, yeah.
It's not something I can watch. Like, that's gonna be in theaters, and I feel about, like, oh my god, if you want to read that movie, like, are they gonna get in fights that used to happen at the street house marketplace?
And part of it is the movie. This is not a movie telling you what you should be doing. This is a movie telling you what you should be avoiding. It's like you pick date 1984. It's like
some idiot decided that that would be something that they should try to emulate as opposed to fear.
I think we're way past 1984.
Yeah, but the fact that that book came out, and someone didn't read this and go, oh my God, we shouldn't be. All cautionary tales should be used against us.
Hey, it got found again. Who was it?
Oh, I thought that was a crashing. I don't know why we were. We generally like plastic video plastic. And I like to use things that we tested out.
Yeah, but sit with those right.
I love it, man. I love it. So I was like, sometimes I want to sing this one. So, you know, I like making up stories. I like making them make together. It's not even how to see each other. Actually, how to see each other. It's like, you know, different colors, 32-ounce shaped sleeves. So you put your jar in the sleeve. The sleeves. You put it in your sleeves. So when you're drinking your smoothie, your hand isn't frozen.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like a koozie.
And here's the other nice thing about it. Those koozies usually have some cushion. So like, you're not gonna break your jar.
Yeah,
You're not
you
gonna,
unless it's an epic, you know.
like, yeah, if you're like dropping on the pavement from like whatever. But for the most part,
No, I
if
forget
you're not
what's-
into it.
No,
Our friend Kevin has gotten so famous.
I can't. Kevin.
He's not even our friend yet. We
Wow.
should write him a letter.
I had a conversation with him.
You actually had a real conversation?
Yes.
In real life or?
Not in real life. Digital. And it was like, no, this is a real person. It was when the whole who's taking over botanical interests, and then it was them, and then they made the official thing, and I'm like, what?
Can you spin around and rotate that top? The one with the elephant ears.
Spin around and rotate. Oh.
Show me your butt. And look. Yeah, because I think that just needs to spin. And then when it leaves, just to go back outside, I can let them block, block, block.
You know what? I refilled the
The blue?
no, the although that has me a good spray down with that. No, just insecticide myself. I took it to work and refilled it, and then
I don't know. I don't know.
there's too much.
There's not enough light and not enough. Like if you're just letting it sit,
No, there's too much.
you put it in there for now, and then
No, no, there's too much. There's too much.
you know, I mean,
Yes, I will.
there's just enough that you can bend over and see it. I don't want this not. Patience.
Yeah, even this one died back further than I thought it would.
The other two, the big ones are doing okay.
Yeah, the big ones are doing okay because they're having like
The
a
root's not want to sit.
I know, right? How do you, no, they were at Ocean City Job now, so I can take this and on it. I'm just so like me to see.
Oh,
Spike is Elastica Man came through it like a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
No,
the
that
next thing you did okay.
They have like these little teenage practices that I've then added up into like 3-inch, 4-inch tracks to them.
What?
It's like that. Because my dad is a child, and when he goes to the store, he's like, woo, this is cute, this will make me very happy, or this is me, or this is mine. I'm mine.
It's fine, it's fine just for people who remind you. Not like anybody who's practicing who you want.
My parents, had it, which is like, right? Anyone gets too much because they have I'm happy for you. I'm
I
like,
mean,
we don't need more mugs.
I-
I have flowery mugs already in that cabinet. Like, what are you doing? What are you
anything
doing?
about the amount of bugs in the house. We have a lot. We have a lot of bugs.
You don't need mugs. You don't have to buy anything.
And they're not
Buying
fun.
me bullshit from the dollar store. Do not want bullshit from the dollar store.
You want good shit for the dollar.
And I'm like,
Bags are so
so I asked him, I said, oh, thank you, that's nice. I said, that's not something I would have gotten for myself. I was trying to be a fucking asshole. He's like, you're right, it's not, and that's why I got them for you.
Yeah, I
So
figured
then
that was
it's
gonna be
like,
the
and you
response.
can't say something that like dampens his spirit, or else it's like, why did you beat me? You know, like, shit like that. And then it's like, why am I going back to the order? I'm like, well, Dad, what month are you going to take out of this time that I gave it away? We were the 15 days. Well, I'm like, yeah. Like, you guys, both of you, come things that I told her. That are like, you guys, I'm like, maybe I'll take them to work.
That's
That's what I said.
that's the bullshit. When the two of them are like, well, it
You're a
wasn't
worker.
me.
You're a worker. You're a worker.
You're both fucking
You're
workers.
both
Shut up.
fucking workers.
You traumatize your hoarder children. I mean,
We're not hoarder children. We only hoard fish and fish. That's not hoarding. That's not hoarding.
I don't have enough physical objects to be a hoarder.
And this is something that
I
I
wear
struggle with.
t-shirts, though. I definitely wear t-shirts.
Yeah, but I don't see you buying a new T-shirt once a week.
No,
Right. And even if you were, you'd probably be wearing them.
90% of the clothes that I still own,
Yeah.
somebody bought for me.
Which, not a bad deal.
Yeah, and usually it's a girlfriend. I'm like, and I don't care. Like, if you want me to dress like this, that's fine. Because I really have very little opinion on it.
I feel that way about a lot of clothes. From whoever I'm dating, like, what do you want to say? As long as they're comfortable, I'm gonna fucking care.
Jen liked being gray. She bought me lots of gray stuff, which is fine. You know,
Because I would rather put on clothes that you want to see. Because for the most part, my eyeballs are looking this way, not this way.
yeah, mean, let's do something. So Lauren texted me. Yeah. As I was
Right, I should get a food. I don't know what this is gonna be. I'm just drinking coffee and being like, I don't know what this
That's where I'm at right now.
There's
Let's
sliced
load
bread in the
blood
freezer
pressure.
that you can toast. You probably have pancakes.
Oh, okay. Working. Just for work, not touching
Like I said, there's sliced bread in the freezer if you want to toast that. Oh, you got all of your breakfast sausages. That's a got some new ones. I'll put it downstairs today. Yeah. Well, you know what? Pull all the stuff that you want me to feed to the party goers. I'll put it downstairs.
That's for thank you.
That's good. I'm going to give them enough leeway to just say they have to make an elemental meal. And here are the places that you can go and tell me what you're looking for, and I will come up with a monster for them to like. Like if they want a fish, they're gonna have to fight a big old fish. They're probably gonna have to fight a octopus no matter what, because I want them to fight a octopus.
Last screen rock band. It was like a big squid.
He's an octopus. Well, now we actually have stat blocks for the octopus. Fire salamander, giant frog. Oh, those are two that I wanted to look at. I don't know if they're good. They're only $2. There were a couple I signed.
Okay.
You know, like 3? There's only 3 that are married city. Motherfuckers. Remember your phone stuff out. Is it just 3?
Yeah, we should use that, or
What?
we should either use it or dump it over your pile.
We don't need extra because everyone brings stuff. This is more like, what do you want to get? not like a lactate build style thing that you can do. It's a general. You get a bud tender this game.
Oh, what?
A bud tender.
What's that?
So when Devin comes, Taylor does not play. But she will play. So,
It's like the sommelier.
yeah. Since she is the captain of the smoking team at New York Fair, when she comes over here, I make her the bud tender, so she doesn't have to do it unless it's so she's the same Walter Jones. Which is something I would normally do if they weren't there, but not while I'm doing it.
Right.
Everyone who played today was Padres. Some games that we have very fun.
Chris Klein is weird. Jerry is weird. No.
No, I mean about from a place of not being able to do this. But Jerry will not.
Is he really exhausted in it?
Sure. But like Chris is mildly allergic.
Oh.
Jerry just doesn't like smoke.
Yeah.
That was already like, we have to smoke up. And I'm like, it doesn't have to smoke. It's fucking cold. You don't need to turn on the fan. Big fucking difference. And that's not very good. How cold that is. Close it for just 5 minutes. I know we have less than 2 dozen eggs.
I like it.
I like them because they're the perfect consistency that you don't actually have to use a fork. You just pick them up at a time.
I don't like it at all because it doesn't taste like it tastes like product.
Even though I know they're bad for me.
All do. All do.
That's one of those food-like products that I don't like.
Cider song is a good product.
It's like cookies and cakes are the things that are like people will eat.
Now, if somebody comes here and is like, oh, this is great. What's
Well, there's the two purchases downstairs.
Yeah.
Other than bring that as a gift.
Oh, this is a new one.
Oh, I just bought that.
Where did you get this from?
All
Oh,
these.
no.
All
I never.
I was like, oh, yeah, I really like that. And it was on sale. It was the last chocolate. Oh. Russian tea, and young.
That might be bad by now.
Eggs were young in the sauce.
I don't know if there's any egg foo-young sauce left. Oh, is there?
I mean, personally, I would say the container, because it's a good container. That's what I hoard. I hoard containers. That's when I realized my dad hoarded. I like it. Well, we do use them.
Remember my dad was going on this hunt looking for like nice glass containers by the deli or something. No, he knew. He just wanted like something different. They used to say it's on it, take the label off. You can still control labels and stuff.
Yeah.
not every single bottle is the exact same.
I'm a big fan of nice jar.
Underneath for Ryan is one that included his tiny place that was called like the carriage house or something. The basement, there's only one level, but there's a basement, so he went into the basement to see what it was, and it's the size of this room. Basically, his whole apartment is practically the size. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, but pretty much the exact guy. Downstairs, someone was making wine. All the it's like somebody just locked the door, shut the door, and then like died or like moved across state. I'm like, oh, tell me, man, had his like winemaking operation in here, and like only like it really feels like just yesterday, except with Popeyes. It really feels like that. I was like, oh man, he's got whoever it was has everything there to make wine.
I know that.
Right?
I might even have the ingredients we need for some of that.
If you don't, you just go to the building.
Well, you also have to decide what's up.
That's the only place I know to go to get wine.
Well, again, like if we were making strawberry wine, I would strawberry jelly.
My cousin used to make that. In June, we go to the farms, which is only like, I don't know, like 15 minutes away. We pick so many strawberries,
This is warmer.
and then we laugh, and because they weigh it, and then they give you a price. And we'd be like, and weigh the baby, because she would just sat there and stuff her. They're like, that's okay.
Well, you gotta weigh the baby before and after. That's what
Like,
it
and
is.
weigh the baby. And do we have an instrument thermometer, like a meat thermometer?
That won't work. Well, that one's gonna sit too high.
Just like that, I can stick in for a minute and just
Right. I'm trying to think, because most of the thermometers I have are meant for, well, higher temperatures, because you're trying to either do it for, is this at the right boil, or or are you sick?
Maybe next time I go to the fish store, I'll see if I can find one.
I'm trying to think. There might be one downstairs in a pile of fish stuff.
Dip my water in. We're between, I don't know, 65 and 80. What's room temperature? 72?
Well, we can walk over here and I'll tell you the exact thing. It's 71 in this hall, which is, it might be 60 up and 68 over there.
The top tank feels warmer than the bottom tank, but that's because of the light. But the top tank should be warmer because snails are warmer. So. Allegedly.
Like, if this house was not so thermally insulated, those tanks would be warm because the heat would be kicking on all the time. But the heat does not need to kick on all the time. That's the house state.
For this one, if we could keep the water level like this to see if they'll breathe. It needs to be lower, and they lay their eggs up there.
Oh, the snail.
So yeah, for the snails, you want like a little bit more room for that. Okay. Just wish I knew what happened or what's happening with these guys dying. If it's just anything
Right.
I did or something I can fix. I
The
just
next time you're at the
don't
pet
know.
store, see about buying one of those multi-test kits. Because I used to have that a lot when I had the goldfish tanks, because goldfish are traditionally filthy fish. So it was always testing the ammonia and the pH levels and all of that.
They have a
Oh,
little
yeah.
kit that does all that stuff.
We used to have that at the store because of testing the koi ponds, the koi
Yeah.
things. So if you get them from the pool store, they're one price. If you get them from the koi store, they're another price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's pool tests and then there's aquarium tests. The aquarium tests are not that expensive. And the ones that I was using a bunch of years ago, it was usually a squirt bottle that had some reagent in it and a bunch of test tubes. And you'd scoop up your fish water, put the drops in the test tube, shake it all up, it would change colors.
Yeah, and then you'd be looking at like, which color do you think it is? You think
Right,
this
on the
one or
chart.
is it this one?
and then you rinse out the whole thing and then call it a day.
Why does this Airstone suck?
We have one that's like pH, right? But then we have like the 4, which will give you the N, the P, K, and the pH. Phosphorus. I mean, I don't know. That's your superpower, not mine.
You know how. I mean, I might have superpowers.
Yeah. Actually, I can do that for my mom's 2 fridges.
You've got a lot more refrigeration for me.
You know, Brian was like, never. I'm like, why did you tell her no? They said, I have all this fucking food that is just gonna go to waste. Like, why does my mom have 3 weeks? And it wasn't the ham for Easter that she qualified for. Why does my mom have 3 weeks?
Well, one of them is like, hey, no.
I know. One of them probably was, but like, it's taking ham, like taking a bunch of food, like just taking.
Take it, roll.
Like-
This the goal. Go.
Why do I have a pantry drawer that's like triple stacks, like you can't
Well, what?
full of pasta? And like a year ago, my brother took all the pasta that was like out of date and threw it out. I'm like, dude, it's not the way we should.
not even.
He was so happy and proud of himself. Look at me, I cleaned this out, Mayor. I'm like, okay. I'm like, usually pasta doesn't really age like that so much. But then
It gets moist.
I said, well, it doesn't though. I said, if you want to go through the cans and like do anything from like 22 on down,
You don't want the botulism. The botulism.
if you want to go through like the cake mixes, because we've been throwing out cake mixes.
Well, those go back because the baking soda goes bad, and then you
Yeah.
put the leavening, and
Yeah.
you end up with a flat cake, and it's nobody wants a
Also,
flat cake.
The flour in there can go rancid.
Well, that's it.
The flour goes rancid. I'm sorry. Even if it's in a sealed package, it eventually goes
And the
rancid.
leavening agent uses it, dies out. The baking soda and baking powder
And
start losing
yes,
their focus.
and you get yes.
You got a flat
and-
cake, and
yeah.
nobody likes a flat cake.
Dense. Oh my God, so dense. I was once tricked like that, and I was just, what's wrong with this? And I used the wrong box, and it was
So many different sizes in the left tank, but not the right. It's been like this for a while.
There's somebody what?
So this tank keeps breeding new ones
Right.
because I can see all the different sizes. This
Right.
one, I haven't noticed any.
So you changed out your plants, right? Is there plants in the right tank that are really easy for the babies to hide? Because that is one of the telltales. Like, if everything else is equal except for the color in your plants, if the babies can't hide, they're going to turn into food.
I mean, it looks like there's the same, if not more.
It's not about the number of plants. It is the plants themselves conducive for hiding babies. That's what you want to look
Yeah, I mean, they're the same type.
at. Okay.
They're positioned the same way. I don't know.
You're feeding them the exact same.
I actually feed the right tank a little more because they seem more ravenous, which is,
Well, that's strange.
yeah, I don't know.
blood stepped in so far that I should
All
make
to
it
Miss
go.
OneDrive is now open. Please report to gymnasium.
The secret to true lazy gardening is actually the exact opposite of what you see me standing on right here. Lazy gardening works when the soil is never disrupted or uncovered. What you see right now, the sun is baking down on it. The moisture is evaporating and nutrition. It is hard, compacted, and increasingly useful. As lazy gardeners, we have 14 tricks up our sleeves to turn that kind of desert wasteland into a fertile growing paradise that needs very little maintenance, money, or time, no weeding, no watering, no crop rotation, no chemical fertilizer, no pest repellent, or anything else, just grow and work easy, lazy
What's that dish?
is what this video is all about. I am preparing my garden
Like it.
for my spring planting, which involves raking flat eared garden pathways into the garden beds around them, which does a handful of great things for us as lazy gardeners. First, every year, my garden beds get a little bit taller, which means that I have to bend over a little bit more.
And as you get older, it makes more and more of a difference.
Becomes a more and more tricky skill. Then we lay down fresh cardboard in the middle of the pathway. That massively helps with water retention. It helps to break down whatever is beneath it. It encourages a whole bunch of microbial growth and other good stuff. And if you're one of the immediate commenters on our last video about why we use cardboard in gardens, feel free to look up the science about the plants that actually uptick PFAs and go right on to the garden. After the cardboard is laid in the pathways, you cover the cardboard with a new layer of wood chips. And these are not the wood chips that we pay $15 a bag to get at our local home center either. These are free wood chips that I get from my local arborist. You can sign up
They're
for
always looking to get rid of wood chips.
Yep, especially in Rockland
I
County.
always want to dump wood chips.
Rockland County, they have to pay, they try to pick up the check. To get rid of the wood waste. Usually that's in New Jersey.
Yeah, they come to us, they're always like, can we drop, can we drop, can we drop? And it's like, sometimes we're like, yeah, sure. But we charge them to drop and
Yeah,
then,
and that's my point.
we sell their wood chips for $19 a yard.
Wow.
Big yard.
The last, when I was living in, with my kids still, when the hurricane came through and we had a huge snowstorm, I called up all the tree companies going, did you have to remove any oak, ash, maple, or my favorite black locust? I was like, I will pay for the rounds, split them myself. So like, for $200, I would get a trunk full of rounds, which would probably give me like 4 or 5 cords of wood. And the cord of wood is going for almost $300 now.
Is that most people don't actually know how to compost correctly. They might be able to put stuff in a pile and have it break down, but where things tend to fall apart the most is not really understanding the science of what we actually need to put in our pile to make sure that we're actually getting the maximum yield from our composted stuff. I have a video that you can click on right here or down in the description that breaks down composting.
I like how their llamas, their llamas just hanging out with her. Here
But those
comes the
llamas are
nosy.
alpacas.
No, those are llamas. Llamas have the lungs. Alpacas are.
They're alpacas.
Yes, alpacas are way cooler than llamas.
Miss Speedy.
Yes.
Hold on. They're always good at packing things.
Leaving soil uncovered allows the sun to sink down on something that is black
And we
and dark and is going to absorb all that heat. That'll cause all of the moisture that's in the soil to evaporate off the soil. It will turn to dust and all
I
of
might
our
have a new
soil
internet crush right